Hello friends, we are discussing chemical kinetics. In it, first we have discussed what is the necessity of chemical kinetics. Already last year also I have discussed this part. Here in this year in detail extension is there. Last year zero order, third order was not there. In detail Arrhenius equation was not there, and some extra problems of second order, third order reactions was not there. So all this we are discussing this year. But first, all of you always remember what is the necessity of chemical kinetics. So most important, to explain the reaction mechanism, to explain the spontaneity of reaction, chemical kinetic was necessary because these are the limitations of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics can't explain the how reaction proceed and how much fast reaction proceed. Also thermodynamics can't predict the spontaneity of all the reactions. Already in last video I have discussed, it can explain spontaneity of some reaction from the value of Gibbs free energy change, delta G. If delta G is negative, reaction is fast, spontaneous. If delta G is positive, reaction slow. If delta G equal to 0, reaction is at equilibrium. That we have studied. But it is not applicable for all the reactions. Very well known reaction I have discussed in the last video. So if you are purchasing diamond, and that diamond if you are bringing to your home, but it is never happen because diamond to graphite, this conversion, in this conversion diamond to graphite conversion delta G is negative. So according to thermodynamics this reaction is very fast. So on the way, if you have purchased a diamond and coming to your home, on the way that diamond should become graphite. But that never observed. डायमंडचं कन्वर्जन ग्राफाइट मध्ये कधीही होत नाही. म्हणजेच इवन दो डेल्टा जी इज निगेटिव्ह, डायमंड टू ग्राफाइट कन्वर्जन नॉट पॉसिबल, बट थर्मोडायनेमिक इज टेलिंग इट इज व्हेरी फास्ट रिएक्शन. दिस इज लिमिटेशन ऑफ thermodynamic, and to overcome the limitation of thermodynamic, chemical kinetics was necessary. And in chemical kinetics we are explaining speed of reaction, and speed of reaction is explained in terms of rate of reactions. So what is rate of reactions? That already we have discussed rate of reaction. So rate of reaction, consider one general reaction A to B is one general reaction. In this reaction or any reaction, concentration of reactant decreases with time and concentration of product increases with time. Initially at time t is equal to 0 second, concentration of reactant let A, and what is concentration of product? Concentration of product is 0 because when time is 0 reaction does not start. So concentration is 0 for product. At time t, let x be the concentration of product. Some product is formed in time t. So at time t, if x be the concentration of product, then what is concentration of reactant? Just by subtraction from this value you can get the concentration of remaining reactant at time t. So it is very simple. One simple example I will give this one. Suppose you have 10 reactant molecules. Out of 10 reactant molecules, initially it was 10 reactant molecule, but after some time, suppose out of 10, 4 molecules converted to product. Then how much left? How you can find? 4 molecules of product are formed in time t. So how much left? If 4 are converted, then 6 are left. And how you can get that 6? Just by 10 minus 4 equal to 6. So similarly here at time t, a minus x, that we can find it. So from this we can find the rate of reaction. So rate of reaction, last video already I have discussed the rate of reaction is either increase in concentration of product or decrease in concentration of reactant. Our reactant is A, so this one, or in terms of, this is in terms of reactant, and this negative sign indicates as the concentration of reactant decreases, time increases. So with time, reactant concentration decreases, and which is equal to, in terms of product, D concentration of B upon T. So here B increases with time, so therefore positive sign. And similar we can explain in terms of at time t in terms of x. So for this case, minus dA by dt. If you are finding derivative of concentration of A at time t is A minus x, so A minus x here you can write with respect to t, which is equal to, first we will write here minus d concentration of A upon dt is equal to this one, which is equal to, it is u minus p. In chemistry some mathematics is there and we can understand that mathematics. It is basic mathematics, derivative, integration, log. So these mathematics parts are important in the chemistry, and it is the derivative of subtraction, u minus p. So you can multiply that inside, so dA by dt, minus minus become plus, dx by dt. Now this A is constant, particular constant reactant, initially it was there. So A is constant and derivative of constant is always 0. So therefore this is 0, minus 0 or 0, no problem, it is 0 only, plus dx by dt, and it is equal to dx by dt. So minus d concentration of A upon dt equal to minus dx by dt. This is important, and this is what? Rate of reaction. Now in terms of product, if you want to write d concentration of B with respect to T, direct at time t, what is concentration of product? So it is x. So therefore directly you can write dx by dt. So see, it is also dx by dt, it is also dx by dt, and both are what? Rate of reaction. So better way you can write rate of reaction is what? So rate of reaction, here you can write dx by dt, where x is concentration of product at time t. Either in terms of reactant you are writing reactant concentration, you will get dx by dt, or in terms of product you will get dx by dt. So rate of reaction is dx by dt. So this is for this reaction. But suppose if two reactants are there, again also again you will get same dx by dt. Now consider another reaction. You need two reactants are there. A plus B, it gives AB. So for at time t equal to 0, let this is A, concentration of this one is B, and concentration of product again here it should be 0. So at time t, let X product is formed. Then again this is A minus X, this is B minus X. Again similarly, if you are solving this, you will get again rate of reaction is equal to, in terms of product, dx by dt, that is concentration of AB product with respect to T. In terms of A, if you are finding, minus dA by dt, and if you are, instead of A, if you are writing A minus X, similarly you will get the value. Now here B is constant, and again you will get derivative of d by dt of B minus X, and that is minus sign because it is reactant, and for reactant negative sign, so you will get dx by dt. You can find either for this reactant, or this reactant. So this equation you will get, and main equation from definition is rate of reaction is equal to minus dA by dt, which is equal to minus dB by dt, which is equal to d concentration of AB by dt. If you are finding this derivative by taking these values, you will get rate of reaction is dx by dt. Now this is one reaction. Now take another reaction in which same reactants with equal concentration. So that case also rate of reaction you will get same dx by dt. So how? You just consider this reaction 2A plus, or just write 2A gives B product. So in this reaction, rate of reaction is equal to 1 by 2 d concentration of A upon dt is equal to d concentration of B upon dt. So this multiply factor we have to divide in the rate. So because two reactants are there and we have to find the rate of one reactant, so it should be divided. And obviously it is reactant, so negative sign should be there. So this way. And if you are writing in terms of x, if x is the product form and here a minus x at time t. Similarly, at time 0 same you can write this is a, then this is 0 and x. So this way. If you are solving this, again you will get same dx by dt. You can solve this derivative. Either you solve 1 by 2 derivative of a minus x. We are getting same answer 1 by 2 derivative of this dx by dt it will be. Because here 2 is there and we have to take that 2 also in consideration. So this way you can get the rate of reaction is equal to dx by dt. So finally remember rate of reaction, write in terms of product, and it is rate of reaction is equal to dx by dt. So this is important. Now after this rate of reaction, next important part is rate law. So rate law, this is very important. Another part, rate law, law of mass action, that also we have discussed, given by Goldberg and Bagge. So that already we have discussed in the last year, but again revision is here. So rate law, so it is very simple mathematically. Just remember from mathematical equation you can write the statement. So rate is reaction, rate is directly proportional to concentration of reactant raised to experimentally determined power. So therefore rate is equal to some constant Kn, concentration of reactant raised to n, where Kn is a rate constant, or it is also called velocity constant. It explains speed of reaction, so it is called velocity constant. Or it gives specific rate. If you are taking reactant concentration 1, we are getting specific rate, so which is equal to, or we are writing for this specific rate instead of equal to. Now we will go this way, specific rate. So this way Kn is the rate constant. Then this n indicates order of the reaction, that is experimentally determined term. Or directly I am writing here order. Last year we have discussed in detail order and molecularity. So n is the experimentally determined term, order. So it is very simple how to state the rate law. Rate of a reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant raised to experimentally determined power, and that experimentally determined power is called order of the reaction. Last year we have discussed order and molecularity. Molecularity means number of molecules involved in the elementary step of reaction, single step reaction. That is, number of molecules means molecularity, and order is experimentally determined power. That depends upon experimental condition and which reaction is there. So for different reaction, different order is there. That order may be zero, may be fraction, or maybe natural number, whole number. So that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So this way. But molecularity, it is not possible if zero reactant are there. So molecularity is always natural number. That is, molecularity is either 1, 2, 3, 4. So that way molecularity should be there. And if no reaction, then no molecules. So order should never zero. Order is either 1, 2, sorry, molecularity. Molecularity is 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. But order is, can be 0, can be fraction, can be whole number, or can be natural number. But molecularity is always natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So that way we have discussed last year this about N, and the rate law is this one. So rate is equal to Kn concentration, and so these two terms are very important, and Kn is equal to, from above equation you can write rate upon concentration of reactant raised to N. And last definition already we have discussed. What is rate? Rate is equal to dx by dt in terms of product. If x is the product in time t, so it is reactant raised to n. So if this one is 1, then Kn is what? That is a rate constant, velocity constant, or specific reaction rate, specific reaction rate is what? Specific reaction rate is rate of reaction. And about this K, it is always constant, rate constant. But this rate can be vary with time. So rate of reaction can be vary, but rate constant is always constant, and therefore it is specific rate. Specific rate means if you are taking denominator 1, so it is nothing but rate of reaction. Rate constant is the rate of unit molar reactant. 1 raised to any number is always 1, and Kn is equal to rate upon this one. So this way we can remember rate law, and by using this rate law and the previous definition of rate of reaction, we have to derive the equation of zero order reaction, first order reaction, then second order and third order reactions, and from that you can derive for nth order reaction also. Rate constant. So next topic will be derivation of rate constant of zero order, then first order, second order, third order, and nth order. So thanks to all of you. Have a nice day.